Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, your girl got up this morning at 8:30, which was awesome. I went to bed last night. I fell asleep around 1 or 2 o'clock or something like that. And that was honestly pretty okay because I was falling asleep way later. I honestly think I fell asleep closer to 1 o'clock. And like maybe was in bed by about midnight, fell asleep by about 1 o'clock or so. And I took my melatonin, so I actually slept really well. But then at like 8 o'clock, like I was up and like just like awake. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll fall back asleep for like another hour or so. I think I got up around, like I said, 8:30, and I was like, maybe I can fall asleep for like another hour or so just because I was tired. And I couldn't, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna get up and then hopefully tire myself out and then want to go to bed early, and then we'll go to the grocery stores tomorrow. And then, you know, because my dad will be like, okay, you gotta get up to go to the grocery stores, like he'll kind of wake me up, so then I'll be, you know, like just good, you know, and maybe start getting back in a good sleep schedule. Matthew and my dad ended up today taking most of Matthew's furniture, main furniture, to his school, because I think I told you guys he was living in the dorm on campus for the last 3 semesters. Now this semester he is going to move into his fraternity, so he needs furniture. So he's bringing his like double bed and actually Jack's dresser, not because Matthew's using actually my mom's old dresser. My mom has my grandma's old furniture in like my parents' bedroom, and then Matthew's has my mom's old dresser, and then Jack had Matthew's old dresser, which I mean is like now his dresser, just because, you know, everybody's furniture situation and stuff like that. So Jack has so now Jack is using Matthew's old dresser, and Matthew took Jack's old dresser to school. Plus they took one of the 2 desks that were upstairs, because I gave my dad my old desk when I ended up getting my new desk 2 summers ago, or whatever that was, 2 or 3 summers ago, I think, when I repainted in my room and got the new desk and everything like that. And then I also ended up I had 2 desks. I had the one that I bought, and then I had my grandma's old desk. So I gave my grandma's old desk to Matthew and Jack. Matthew kind of already had a desk, so my grandma's old one was Jack's kind of more. So they have a desk upstairs, but then my dad's old desk used to be in their bedroom, and they moved it upstairs like maybe about a year ago or a few months ago. And now my dad's desk is also upstairs. So now they've got 2 desks upstairs instead of 3, which was kind of like crazy. So now, like I said, they have 2 instead of 3 because Matthew moved 1 to school. So I think they got all that furniture, his bed, the dresser, and the desk all to school, which was cool. Not to school, but to his fraternity, to his room. And then so they ended up doing that. And then Matthew and Jack used to have 2 old bunk beds. Now that Matthew is going to be home, you know, when he's home on weekends and stuff like that, obviously he still needs a bed for here. So the mattress and one of the bunk beds that we were storing up in the attic is now Matthew's going to use that one for when he's home. But the only problem is it's missing some bolts, so he's actually decided he wasn't going to sleep on it and instead moved the mattress just to the floor for tonight. So we have actually 2 twin mattresses, I guess 3. One that was always on Jack's bed, which his was a twin, or, you know, whatever, you know, the small bed. But then like I said, I think it's a twin. I think that's what mine is as well. Or maybe mine's a twin XL. Honestly, I don't really know. And like I never can really tell. I think it's a twin because mine is, I think, the same length as theirs. Anyways, guys, so Matthew, there was 2 mattresses up in the attic. My grandma's old mattress, which is apparently really, really, really uncomfortable, and then the other one that used to be for the 2 bunk beds. And again, Jack just had the 1 bunk bed, was just half, like you could take them apart and make them into 2 separate beds. So Jack had that just as his bed. Matthew had the double bed, which is my grandma's really old bed. And so that's one, like I said, he brought to school, and now his old mattress. And his old other, you know, frame for the other part of the bunk beds, which they don't plan on putting back together, because honestly I don't think it'd be safe, because there's a ton of like pieces missing for it and stuff like that. Like I said, Matthew doesn't even have some of the bolts just for the single bed, so you can imagine we're probably missing a lot of stuff for making it into a double bed, which I don't even know, like, he's not missing bolts, but it's like some like fastener thing so that it doesn't, like, the bolts don't slide out. So yeah, there's a little bit of a problem with that. So I think they can actually get some at Menards, which they're probably gonna do tomorrow. But like I said, Matthew's bed is honestly raised maybe like a foot or two off the ground, so it was like, you know, even if he slept on it, it's not like he's gonna fall and crash and, you know, like get hurt or anything like that. But still, like if something happens, it probably would wind up being to the point where the bed would break before like he'd actually probably like get hurt falling from something, which it's shorter than what my bed is. And yeah, so anyways, that was all going on today. But then Matthew, we ended up actually watching live PD, and we got pizza for tonight and stuff. And then Matthew ended up, he was like, I need to put my bed together, and he needed to get like an L wrench, or no, what did he need? Maybe that was what he needed for my dad, to put the bed together. And so he was waiting on that. Finally, once they were done watching the show at 11 o'clock, Matthew's like, I'm gonna go put the bed together. Why don't you come upstairs and like you can just play something, and like so that, you know, and he was like, and I'll play something too, but once I'm done putting the bed together. So now it's late, guys. I thought that I was gonna be good and go to bed early and like get up early and stuff like that and try and get back on a good schedule, but I'm like, Matthew only is gonna have 2 days left before he's gonna be back off at school again, which most weekends he'll probably be home, at least like on Sundays, because he does have to work. But you know, like he's gonna be done with break. So I was like, there's really only 2 days left. I was like, and then I'll be good, guys. Then I'll start to get on a good sleep schedule, which I feel like I always make these promises and stuff like that when like that kind of stuff happens. Like, oh, you know, once this happens, once they're all back at school, like once, you know, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I just need to be like, no. But then I feel bad too, because like I said, like, oh, Matthew's not here all the time. Like, you know, it's not like he's just in high school and I can just be like, no, I can't, like, you know, and just be like, we can do it tomorrow though, because like there is only tomorrow night, and then there isn't, and then he'll be gone for, you know, more days than he's here. And so like I said, I'm normally really bad about that. And guys, I don't know why my SD card's running out of battery or space, so I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog.